Don't you think it's interesting how everyone around you seems to be doing the same thing? Just think about it, man. It's all the same stuff. People are so afraid to break away from that conveyor belt of life that they just keep on doing exactly what everyone else is doing in the hope to feel good about themselves and about what they're doing in life. You know, from finishing high school to getting to uni to starting a career, and then in the career, always measuring yourself with your contemporaries, the people that started with you at the same time at the hospital or the firm or the company. You're always kind of like measuring yourself against that other 35-year-old. Or what are they doing? What position do they hold in the hospital, in the company? They're applying to that thing. Or I should probably do that as well. Or their kid goes to private school. Maybe, I really need to make that happen. Or they drive a Mercedes-Benz. I definitely need to make that happen. It's like, man. Or they went to Hawaii with their kids, so I need to go to also Hawaii and make sure I upload all of this stuff to Instagram and Facebook and make sure that everyone understands that I'm just living the life. But internally, inside our guts, inside our souls, we're just rotting away because we are not doing what we want to do. And we're just following this conveyor belt of production in life, and then we get to 50, 60 years old and we have a midlife crisis, which is also funny because 50 is not midlife. It's more like 35 is midlife, right? Because how many people live up to 100? And then they have this like midlife crisis and they're like, oh shit, I need to do this, that, the other. And oh my God, I can't do that now because, I'm at a certain age that I can't do this anymore and whatnot. My mindset has always been follow the heart, follow the soul. Follow that internal feeling, and that internal compass will always guide me right. There are some people in my life who are doing things, who are doing a certain other path in life, who are chasing their career perhaps, chasing their money, doing things which might be true for themselves, but it's not true for me. And I'm unapologetic about this. Like as crazy as it might sound, I can't do certain things. And so the way my wife and I have structured our life is just purely for that. I cherish the moments with my kids. That is the number one thing. You want me to accept that job offer for a little bit more money and a lot more time at work? Makes no sense to me. That is a freaking loss to me. I need to maximize the time at home. I need to minimize the time at work because that is what my soul is asking. And same with everything else, man. You guys see that representation in the gym and my choices, how I like to train and how I like to be. I used to feel shit coming in and forcing myself to do something that I don't want to do. I don't feel right, man. Like I've just come off nights. I have all these different things. And you want me to hit the hardest session of the week now? Makes no sense to me, dude. And so I would fight that and fight over and over and over again. And then as I was unpacking the other parts of my life with some of these ideas, I thought, you know what? Screw that crap. I'm going to train the way I can train, the way it fits me. And voila, 5 years later, I'm still training every day because it works for me. Whereas other people, perhaps, they jump around from program to program to program to program looking for this thing that somebody else has made right for their life. And how many of us are full-time athletes, full-time YouTubers? How many of us are full-time Instagram models? Not many, dude. I've got a job. I work at the hospital. That's my primary breadwinning. It ain't this, man. I don't wake up and be like, okay, everything revolves around training. Absolutely not, dude. This is tucked on the side of everything I do. But you guys, all you guys see is this, and you're like, oh, Ivan must live for this. Not at all. Not at all. This is a side quest that you guys are accessing on these videos. And all I'm trying to kind of like say is be you, man. Like do your way. Squat every day is definitely not for you, perhaps. It might be, but it might not be. You might do something else. Who knows? I just want to encourage, just to go back on what I said in yesterday's video, I just want to encourage you to have the bravery to go, you know what, man? When I die and that tombstone reads that date when I was born and that day when I died, nothing else, dude, matters, man. No one's going to say, oh, this guy did. No, man. Most of the people that are going to be around that tombstone are going to be your family. It's going to be your kids, man. It's not even going to be some of your best friends. Nah, dude. It's going to be your kids that are going to visit your gravestone. So I would recommend you to invest most of your resources in life into that aspect of life. Even though it doesn't pay, man. Even though no one's going to be like, oh my God, Ivan's such a good dad and a good husband. He's such a good guy, man. No one gives a shit about that. What they give a shit about is how many likes you get on Instagram. And how many of those likes are going to pop up on your gravestone. Absolutely not. No one's going to give a shit about that. Just like no one gives a shit about any of your training. How many people give a shit about training? I mean, honestly, you go on Instagram, you flick through all this stuff, you don't really care about these people. You're just there to kind of compare yourself and to perhaps learn something. But you don't really care about that guy. You don't really care about that. You're just kind of like, scoping out the area of this genre. So I just encourage you, do you, dude. Look deep down in your heart, man. Close your eyes and be like, what the hell do I want from this life? And then take it from there. And if you see something along your way, like squat every day, Ivan, and you're like, that guy is a damn fool. Remember, I might be doing this because that's what I want. And that's what I just encourage everyone to do that. It doesn't matter how crazy it is, man. Have the damn bravery, have the damn courage to venture out away from that conveyor belt and live the damn life that you want. Appreciate you, fellas. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace out.